It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Donkey of the day with Charlamagne the God. I don't know why y'all keep letting him get y'all like this.
Well, Donkey of the Day for Thursday, August 19th goes to former Sheriff David Morgan. David Morgan is a former sheriff in Escambia County. Where is Escambia County? Well, if you heard the Donkey of the Day intro and if you guessed Florida, you're right. Okay, if you guessed Florida for 300, Alex, you are correct. Sidebar, since it's not LeVar, it will always be for Alex. Those are the rules of life. I just follow them. Now, what does your Uncle Charla, Brother Leonard, always tell you about the great state of Florida? The craziest people in America come from the Bronx and all of Florida, and David Morgan is no exception. Okay, now we all know people in Florida move to the beat of their own drum, but sometimes there are things in Florida that we all can relate to. And today, in the case of David Morgan, we can all relate to narcissism. Can we talk narcissism? We all know a narcissist, right? What is narcissism? All right. The dictionary defines it as an excessive interest in or admiration of oneself, involving a sense of entitlement, a lack of empathy, self-centeredness. It is an actual personality disorder, people. It makes the person have a sense of grandiosity. Okay, a need for attention and admiration. Did I say a lack of empathy? I think I did. Scary thing about narcissism is it often accompanies other personality disorders and can be difficult to treat. There are 9 signs of being a narcissist, but let's focus on 2 in regards to David Morgan. Grandiosity, okay, exaggerated sense of self-importance, feeling superior to others, and that one deserves special treatment. Feelings are often accompanied by fantasies of unlimited success, brilliance, power, beauty, love, an excessive need for admiration, must be the center of attention, okay? Yeah. Why am I talking about narcissism in the case of David Morgan this morning? Well, let's go to WEAR for the report, please.
The plan was to have a 6'4" statue of former Sheriff David Morgan here at the memorial in front of the sheriff's office. But according to current Sheriff Chip Simmons, that is not going to happen.
The life-size statue depicts Morgan in a sheriff uniform while standing in a saluting stance. A purchase order from Randolph Rose Collection in New York shows it's one of 3 statues the former sheriff ordered in April of 2020 for a price tag of $75,000. And copies of the checks paying the bill show the money came from the sheriff's office general fund account. A statue of former Escambia County Lieutenant Jason Potts and a canine were also created. Sheriff Simmons says those are generic enough that they may still be displayed. As for the recreation of former Sheriff Morgan, it's being held in storage for now.
Sheriff Simmons tells us he only learned of the statues earlier this year, and he tried to cancel the order, but it was too late.
Maybe you missed it, but Sheriff David Morgan actually spent taxpayer dollars to get a statue built of himself. I had no idea that getting a statue was up to you. I really thought statues were earned, not bought. Now, I'm not talking about, all those racist, bigot, cracker statues like John C. Calhoun and Robert E. Lee. I'm talking about statues of great American patriots like Denmark Vesey and Martin Luther King Jr. and Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan and Asia Wilson. These are people who have earned statues through activism, athletics. My point is, I thought you had to do something to get a statue, okay? To buy a 6'4" statue of yourself and to tell people that you intended to stand it directly in front of the main entrance of the agency's headquarters as part of its monument to fallen officers, I have one question. Who asked for that? And the fact you use taxpayer dollars to feed your ego, David Morgan, is there really such thing as leadership in America? It's like the people we have in positions of power locally and federally only care about themselves. What happened to being public servants, okay? Servants of the public. There's no way a human like this was ever about the people. It's impossible. Now, current Sheriff Chip Simmons had this to say about former Sheriff David Morgan. Listen.
You don't typically make a statue of yourself and have the taxpayers pay for it. I think this is a bit of a waste of money. That's why I tried to cancel it whenever I found it. I think it's a bit brash. I think it has an air of narcissism to it. Maybe we can have it melted down and make use of it. But at this point, that statue is not going to be erected here at the Escambia County Sheriff's Office.
A brash, narcissistic waste. I would not want a statue of myself unless I earned it and the people gave it to me. There's a quote, and the quote is, there has never been a statue erected to honor a critic. So I'll never get one. But I don't even know how that applies to this situation. I just wanted to say there's never been a statue erected to honor David Morgan either. But Dave Morgan, being the narcissist he is, decided to erect a statue honoring himself. And that is worth some critique. Please give David Morgan the sweet sounds of the Hamiltons.
You are the donkey of the day. You are the donkey of the day. Yeehaw!
All right. Well, thank you for that.
Now, guys, we work here. We're the Breakfast Club.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
We're in the Radio Hall of Fame.
Correct.
If there was something to, honor us here at the station, what would you want it to be?
A check.
A check? we get those, but like a plaque, a statue.
one.
What would you want?
I'll take a statue.
A statue? Okay. Would you want like a group statue, or you want it to be like individual?
Group statue, the Breakfast Club.
Got you. True.
True to size. So you about 5'2", me 6 foot, and ye 5'5". So I think
I would want to be like a water fountain, like a drinking fountain. You know what I'm saying? Like a fresh water drinking fountain. But I would want it to be an envy-only drinking fountain.
This feels narcissistic.
so. Wait, let
I don't know if it's just me.
Let them go. So where's the water come out when people drink? What's wrong with you, man? All right, up
I
next,
knew you was going to ask me that.
Ask Ye.
I knew you was going to ask me that. Use your imagination, Rashawn. Use your imagination.
585-1051.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.